Hello everyone, it's Melissa Faust from stampwithmelissa.com and welcome to my Tuesday night live video. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in the great state of Minnesota, right in the heart of the Twin Cities, and I am super excited to be here to stamp with you today. It is Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. Wow, how is it already like less than a week till February? I know Patty said it's still light out. Like, guys, this is a big deal. We have made it through the 10 darkest weeks of winter, and now we've made it through statistically the coldest week of the year, but who knows if it's really going to be the coldest week of the year. Anyway, hi Jody, Marva, Lori. Oh, Lori's on time. Patty, Mom, Alicia, Teresa, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me. As you join, whether you are watching live or on the replay, please leave a comment and say hello. I still have not figured out Facebook. It still gives me errors every single week, and I don't have the patience for that. So if you are watching from, normally you watch me on Facebook and you're watching over on YouTube, A, I really appreciate your flexibility and being able to join me over here. And B, maybe I'll get it figured out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But just for now, plan on YouTube. If you are not able to comment, it will be because you want to log into your YouTube account. And if you don't have a YouTube account, you might want to consider getting one. Up to you for commenting and all that. But it is the same as your Google account. So if you have a Gmail account, that's what you got. Just stay here. Okay. Thanks, Lori. I will. Hi, Sharon from California. Hi, Lene. Hi, Charm. Thanks. Oh, from Idaho. Thank you for joining. Super excited. Yeah, we've got lots of demonstrators in the house. And speaking of, maybe we should just get right down to business because I got something pretty fancy to show you. And if you get my email newsletter, you maybe saw a sneak peek little picture in there this morning. But anyway, yeah, maybe we'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, so big news. New Stampin' Positioner. So if you were around a few years ago, you know that we had the Stamparatus, which was a stamp positioning tool. And for some reasons that I don't even fully 100% know the story of, we can't have that anymore. Anyway, we'll just say the makers of Misty weren't very happy. So anyway, we don't have the Stamparatus anymore, and it took a little while, but Stampin' Up! Has come out with a new stamp positioning tool. Very, very exciting. And so shout out to the fellow demonstrators in the room because we're the only ones who can get it right now. So it is called the Stampin' Positioner. It just launched for pre-order for demonstrators last Wednesday, which I don't remember what date that was. I'm trying to do backwards math. Was that the 21st? It launched on the 21st. Oh, yours is on the way. Yay. Demonstrators, if you're watching and you're a demonstrator, we only have until this Monday, February 2nd, to order our own Stampin' Positioner because starting on February 3rd, we have got a fun starter kit special that will be beginning. And you can get one of these for free when you buy the starter kit. So they're going to keep it exclusive to demonstrators for now. They did say it will come out for sale for customers at some point, but they haven't told us when. For the glass mat, when we got that came out to customers several months after the that join special had ended. So if you want this, I wouldn't wait. But I wanted to show it to you. We're not going to use it tonight with our actual projects, but I did want to show you. So this is what the basic plate looks like. You can see they've got these pegs here. They are not removable, right? We've got these small ones here. They're itty bitty, and we've got these taller ones in the back. I'm so excited. The bottom has felt, so it's not, you can move it on your workspace, but it's not gonna move super easily, right? You're not gonna look, I'm bumping it and it's not going anywhere. It's not gonna stay solid, but you know what I mean. Okay, so then what we've got is the main glass plate that goes on top, and we've got these two little holes in the corners that clip in, I guess, to these pegs here. I was trying to watch in the video and not watch what I was actually doing. But anyway, you can put your stamp on here and you just push straight down to stamp that. So I'm going to pick this up to show you. We've got little feet here. So you can see actually when you have a stamp on here, what I really like about this that I was talking with my team about at our meeting, what I really like about this one, there's a Sadie hair here. That's my doggy niece. I don't know how her hair gets everywhere, but it does. Anyway, what I like about this, with the Stamparatus, if you were going to put your, the plate over your cardstock, you were stamping down. And this way, you can have cardstock under here and you don't need to stamp down. So you can triple check everything's in place before you push, right? And then just push again if you need to. But the other cool thing is that it also comes with this smaller plate. I guess we'll call them plates, yeah. And this actually will clip into any of these, right? So we've got, you know, like the same kind of effect, but if you're just stamping something small, or maybe you're hinge stamping, you can just continue to move this down the board until you're content. So that's pretty neat about it. It also comes with 2 magnets that we have been told. I don't necessarily want to try it, but I also kind of do. Oh, they're there. They stick together, but see how they didn't break? On the Stamparatus, those ones are super duper strong, and they did not like each other if they got close. But we've got some magnets here, and they've got little tabs so that you can easily pick them right back up. And if you want to, it does not come with it, but it also has an add-on of the grid paper. So you can see there's little holes here because these fit in the tiny pegs. How clever is that? I was like, that is brilliant. Way to go, Stampin' Up! You're brilliant. And you can also see there's measurements across. Oh, maybe you can't see. There you go. There's measurements atop the cross. Yep. Yeah, maybe that is what, on the top. There we go. Anyway, so this is our new Stampin' Positioner. You want to mark your calendars for February 3rd if you're not a demo. Mark your calendars for February 3rd because you can grab this. Actually, you don't even have to grab it. It automatically goes into your starter kit, and I think it's awesome, and I think you're going to want it, and I think you should plan to get it on February 3rd. And we would love to welcome you to our Incredible Crafters team. So if you have any questions, let me know. I never want you to feel pressured to do anything or whatever, so you don't have to plan on selling. You can just enjoy your own hobby. You can sell if that's something you want to do. It's up to you. It really is up to you. So, anywho. All right, so I'm so excited. So many of you who have gotten yours, or they're on the way. It's on the way. I'm really excited about it, to have an actual tool again. I definitely still have my Stamparatus, but I'm excited to put that one to work. Okay, so let's take a look then. Before we start tonight's projects, we are going to talk about February Club because it is that time of year, right? So February Club, we are focusing on Easter. This is my only planned Easter class for the year. Not necessarily class to go. We might do a live video. I'm not entirely sure yet, but any like additional classes, this is going to be like the one, okay? So we're using the Easter Joy Suite / Easter Basket Bundle from the mini catalog. This is on pages 34 and 35. It also continues on to the next page. That little, cute little egg carton. Too bad we didn't get egg cartons. Thanks, Alicia. And I love it because I can see your YouTube like profile picture, and I can see that you're wearing our team shirt in your profile picture. One of our team shirts. But anyway, this is a really fun bundle. We're going to use several of the pieces from it, but not all of the pieces from it. We do a little mix and match, but we are going to use this for club in February. That runs through February 20th. So you can sign up anytime from now through February 20th to get that club kit. And I do want to sneak peek you the projects. And last week when I was live, we were still in our January club. So I did not sneak peek you February's projects. I'm really excited to show them off. I know there's a lot of excitement. I have a lot of emails from people wanting info on club. And I'm really excited about that because it really is the best. It is. I love my club members so much. They are the best people. I love to see their creativity, and I love to spoil them too. So I am going to sneak peek them. If you're part of club and you don't want to see, go ahead and look away now. We're going to make these 4 cards. So this is a specialty DSP. So can you see that shimmer? I don't know if you got a product share, if you ordered a pack of this, but this is like a different kind of weight of DSP. I was actually surprised when I opened it because I don't read details on things before I order them. This is the second card. I love, 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 love this one. You can see it also works for spring cards if you don't want them to be Easter specific. Super duper cute. I love it. And then we're going to make this fun fold card as well. And you do get a PDF with all of the measurements and details, but you can see this fun little fun fold. Haha. Anyway, so we're going to make these cards as part of club. There is, oh, I'm not even close to being on camera. There is no set meeting date or time. So once your package arrives, you're welcome to just get started on these. So you don't have to worry about showing up on Zoom or like getting ready for the day or anything. But they're super fun. You get to make 2 of each. You get all of the pre-cut cardstock for those. You also get the DSP, you get the ribbon, the embellishments, lots of fun stuff. So if you're interested in learning more about Club, you can go to my website, club.stampwithmelissa.com. There's also a link in the description of this video. You can head over there, check it out. Like I said, make sure you sign up before the end of the day on February 20th, because that is like it. That's that. Oh, thank you. Okay, if you were closing your eyes, you can look now. What was I going to say about Club? Oh, if you are like, well, that sounds really fun, but I'm not super interested in the membership part of Club, that's totally fine. I get that. And I didn't even tell you, Club is $45 a month. But if you would like to try out just the Easter Joy kit, just for the 1 month, just get that one kit, that is totally fine. Send me an email, melissa@stampwithmelissa.com, 1L, 2 S's, and I will get you the link so you can sign up for just the 1 month kit. That is $50, okay? I know I asked my club members, we do have a Facebook group, and I said, what do you want to see for February? Because I'm having like decision fatigue. I am not used to loving so many items from this specific mini catalog, and I was in really big trouble when my pre-order came on this mini catalog. So I'm like, I want to use everything, but what do you want to see? And so I got some recommendations, and when Lori recommended Easter Joy, and I was like, well, that's brilliant, because I don't know that I'll be able to squeeze in a separate Easter class this year. So yeah, so we're going to use that set, and I'm super excited about it too. Okay, so let's talk about what we're here to create today. We are going to use the Woolly Friends bundle. This is on page 51 of the mini catalog. It is a punch bundle. I'm going to hold this upside down so I don't blind you with the shiny side. It is so stinking cute. It's so cute. I love it so much. It is adorable, and I can't wait to create with it today. I think, I'm just double checking really fast, I think we use every single stamp this week. And we use every single punch. You know, it's always a goal of mine to attempt to use everything that we possibly can. I want to use as many of the stamps and show you as many ideas as I possibly can. And so I think we did it. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're using every stamp. So that's really exciting because pat on the back. Okay, so we are going to make 3 cards together tonight. We're going to make this cute card. Oh my gosh. We're going to make this fun fold. Super duper cute. And this is how I fit it in, because we have 4 sentiments and only 3 cards. So this is how we fit it. And then we're going to make this one, which is super simple, easy to replicate, and so dang cute. So we're going to make these 3 cards together tonight. If you would like the card kits for these, I am happy to send them to you as a thank you gift for placing an order in my online store this week. So if you place your order of $50 or more before tax and shipping and after applying Stampin' Rewards, by the end of the day this Friday, January 30th, I will send you the card kits to make these cards at home. You will want to have the bundle, so you're going to want the stamps, you're going to want the punch, or if you're like, well, I really like the cards, but I'm not into the sheep, and I think that you're a little crazy if you think that. If you're not into the sheep, you are welcome to, of course, as always, you are welcome to substitute with something you already have in your stash. Okay. All right. Oh, and you know what? I wanted to show you too, and I better do it now before I forget. I have a couple of swap cards with this set. So, and they were slightly inspiration. 2 of them were inspiration for 2 of the cards we're making. I cased them. So here's the first one, and this one is by Lisa Schultz. So you can see the similarities, right? Super duper cute. I love it. And we've got this one by Brenda Springer. And again, you can see the fun fold inspiration here, right? So cute. So cute. I love this set. I am glad to. Oh, you guys are just so sweet. We haven't even started and you're just so sweet. But yeah, so those were some of the inspiration for a couple of the cards that we're going to make together tonight. So let's go ahead and get started with card number 1. What was I going to mention about this set? I don't know. When I was showing those swap cards, I thought of something and I was like, I should talk about that. And I was like, I will in a second. Oh, the stamp set. I'm pretty sure the stamp set is not orderable right now, but the punch is. A lot of stamp sets are currently not available. And I think because of bonus days, just there's been, and it's just so dang cute. People have been purchasing more. And so the stamp sets, we do make the stamp sets in Southern Utah. So technically it says it'll be back in stock early next week. I would look for it by the end of this week, because I've noticed, and I hope I'm not jinxing it by saying it out loud, but I've noticed that things tend to come back in stock on like Thursdays and Fridays pretty often. So, anywho, so this card, Balmy Blue card base. We've got a Balmy Blue layer. I will emboss this for you, and I believe it's called the Beautiful Pattern 3D embossing folder, I think. Oh, I'm still learning those embossing folder names. We've got a piece of basic white to stamp on. We've got a scrap piece of bubble bath for our sentiment. We've got a piece of basic white to stamp and then punch some images out. And then we've got a cute little old olive piece of the Mixed Up Patterns DSP to use as our grass. So let's start with stamping, because it's the funnest way to start. Yep, I said it. All right, so let me grab the ink pad color we need here. We're going to start with our Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and we're going to start with our sheep body. It is so weird to stamp the sheep without the head, but it's because the head can be used with the punch. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we're going to ink this guy up, and you know what? Let's also grab our DSP strip, and I just like to set this near the bottom so that I can see. It's a 1/2-inch strip, but I just like to make sure that I don't cover the sheep because he is leaping, so he does not need to be grounded because he's leaping for joy. He's happy. Okay. All right, so we've got that stamped down. I can move that out of the way. And then we've got this little trio of tulips, which is also so cute because in the catalog, they put this set next to the tulip set, and hello, adorable. So we're just going to stamp our tulips here. And the reason I brought in the messy scrap paper is because we went off the edge. And you know what? While we have our tuxedo black out, let's grab our other scrap here of white. And then I'm going to take my punch, and I actually like to leave it upside down because I like to see the direction of the images in the punch to make sure that I stamp the right way. Okay, so for example, the head is covered by my head. The head is on the right side of the punch here, right? How I'm looking at it, it's on the right side. So I'm going to stamp this on the left, because when I feed it through, then I don't have, I don't have it open, but then I don't have all that extra waste, okay? All right, so we've got that. We've got the head stamped, and then we want the little bow, and this guy down here is the bow, and he's just really complicated to get to, so we're just gonna stamp this guy in the corner like that, and then if we have to trim some cardstock, we'll trim some cardstock. All right, and then we're gonna grab our bubble bath piece and our sentiment that says, "You're simply fabulous." I love this sentiment, that's so perfect. And just stamp that onto our bubble bath piece, and we will trim that down later, okay? All right, let's continue with our stamping here. Pull back in this guy, and we are going to stamp. Let's start with bubble bath because we have to match our sentiment, right? And we're gonna grab our little tulip flower heads, ink these up, and I have to get my head over this, but we're gonna just stamp this inside to color our tulips. You can also, color them with markers if you want to. That's super cute. We've got our 2-step stamping with that. And then we'll use Old Olive to match our DSP to stamp the leaves. Ink, ink, ink. And usually, no matter what I'm stamping, if I'm doing 2-step stamping, I always like to stamp the darker color first because then I can see through pretty easy and know like where to stamp everything else. So I find that easier. Some people like to stamp the lighter color first and find that easier. I just find for me that I do not get a clean outline if I start with the filler, so or the lighter color. All right, so then we've got our bow, and we will ink up and stamp that down there. So cute. Okay, let's go ahead. We can cut our pieces out. Oh, you know what? First, what we're going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of coloring, not a lot, okay? Don't run off. Oh, you definitely need this set, Charm. I have got my dark bubble bath and I've got my light smoky slate blend just for a little bit of shading. So with bubble bath, we're going to color in the sheep ears, the insides of the ears, and then we're going to give them little rosy cheeks because it's just cute that way. He just needed them. And then I'll use my light smoky slate and just add a little bit of shading to the head and to the body. We've got these little squigglies in here for the sheep fur, and that's all I'm doing. So nothing super fancy, just a little, okay? All right, so let's move that and let's punch out our pieces. See what I mean? So this way we don't have a ton of extra waste, right? Okay, or you could use, look at how I did that. Oh, look, we can go this way. You could use your new stamp positioning tool and you could create a template, like just punch out this whole image, and then you put it in there, and then you line up your stamps, and then you use your stamp positioning tool, and then you make like 100 cards. I'm feeling a little punchy today, can you tell? It's a little bit of cabin fever. It is so cold here that I've only left the house a little bit the last few days. All right, so we've got our cute pieces. We can go ahead and, actually, let's trim this down first before we move on. I spent most of, yeah, pretty much all of Saturday working on the Stampin' Up card retreat, and that was a lot of fun. I am really bad sometimes about, okay, I don't know how to word this. I'm a rule follower, but sometimes I don't follow the directions. Does that make sense? I'm just going to trim this side a smidge. So I watched the first 2 videos for the cards, and then after that I just looked at the pictures and like did what I wanted. And that's probably really awful of me to say, but because they do a lot of work to create those videos and all that. But that's the reality of what happened. So yeah. Anywho. Okay, so adding seal to the back of my embossed piece, and then we're going to layer this onto our balmy blue card base. Okay, go ahead and fold and burnish. And I did the card retreat with my mom, and hopefully she's okay with me saying this, but she looked at me after, like, I think the second card, and she goes, "Are you joking?" And I said, "What?" And she grabbed her card, she glued it on backwards, or it, like, opened the wrong way. And I was like, now, like, this is, sometimes I think I'm crazy because I wait to burnish until I have something on there that, like, I don't know, I just, yeah, I know that the way, like, when I burnish my cards is different than most people, and I was like, that's just validation for me. Yes, I think that's true for a lot of us too, Sharon. Okay, so I added on the little DSP strip, and then we're going to go ahead and add on our dimensionals to pop up this basic white panel, okay? If I add 6, then I have to make it 8. Like, if I put 2 in the center, then I gotta have 4 in the center. I can't just have the 2, you know what I mean? Alright, so we're gonna peel off all these backings, and then make sure it opens the right way, and then we're gonna go ahead and lay this right on in the middle. Oh, so cute! And he's headless, so we have to fix that. Alright, on the back of our sheep head, we are going to add a dimensional, but on our little bow, I'm just gonna add some seal, and I'm gonna grab my silicone mat. Okay, and you can see I've just got the 1 dimensional, so we're going to be able to sneak that bow in after. But I think it's cute. You could put his head here, and he could be like doing the splits. You could put it this way, like he works either way, but I am going to put him over here, I think. And then we'll sneak in that little bow, just tuck it in right underneath. Oh, he's so precious. Okay, and then we're going to take some black twine. I thought that this would pull out kind of that, the black we used in the sentiment, and you know, we've got our stamping for our outlines, and so I thought this would look nice. And we're gonna just add a little bit of seal up here in that upper left corner and make our little faux bow. So I'm gonna grab the ends in my left hand and the loop in my right, go ahead and stick that on the exposed adhesive, and then I just use my fingers to create a bow. Okay, and then we can just add our sentiment. So cute, so cute. I am going to add my dimensionals directly to this basic white piece and just make sure they look generally straight with each other. Okay, and then we can just tuck this on, and I wanted it to look like, I don't want my sentiment way over here. I wanted it to look kind of like the bow was centered on the sentiment, so we're gonna go right here, which is a little bit farther over than my sample, but you know what? It looks good. All right, and then we are going to add some iridescent pearls to finish this one off because they just are perfect for springtime. So we're going to add 1 big one little, and because we get lots of little iridescent pearls, we're going to add another little pearl. And that is our first card. What do you think of this one? So cute. Perfect for like little kids, right? For birthdays, for younger kids. It's perfect for like congratulations. I just really like this set. You can use it for kids. You can use it for big kids like me and like you. I don't know about you, but I would be plenty happy if I received a card like this in the mail, or any card using the set in the mail. So I don't think it's just for kids, but it's perfect for spring, for Easter, for babies, anything. So I love that one. So there is our first card. Let's go ahead and we will do our fun fold next. Super cute. Sending flowers and sunshine. Oh, thank you guys. You're so kind. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Nancy. I don't know if I missed anybody. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at checking comments because they're like over there. And so when I used to film my, like before I switched to this streaming service, my comments were right in front of my face, and now they're not. But now that I'm just on YouTube, I might be able to do that again. It was too hard when I was on 2 platforms because I couldn't be on both at the same time. So anyway, maybe. Note to self. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our fun fold. And I love that you guys make friends with each other in the comments too. That's so sweet to me. That's just awesome. I love it. Okay, so we've got a fresh freesia, what we'll call the card base, but it is just a quarter sheet. We've got a fresh freesia layer here. It is scored in the middle, so that's going to be our front like flip out panel piece. We've got 2 fresh freesia strips here that were embossed with the all in a row embossing folder. We've got a piece of basic white for the inside, and we've got a piece of the, what's it called? This beautiful DSP. I want to say it's called Lovely and Beautiful DSP. I think that's what it's called. It just escaped me. But it's beautiful because it's spring-ish. You're going to have a circle die cut for you from the basic white cardstock using the Spotlight on Nature dies. We got there. You're going to have a scrap piece of basic white for some stamping, and because I didn't give myself a big enough piece, I added an additional piece for my sentiment. Your scrap of basic white will be bigger, so you'll be able to fit all of it on there, okay? All right, so let's start with stamping because that's the funnest, and we're going to start with our inside piece. So this largest basic white piece here, we're going to grab our Tuxedo Black Memento ink and our sentiment for the inside that says sending flowers and sunshine. And go ahead and stamp this down and we'll make it straight-ish. Okay. And then I'm going to grab, I have to find it. Here it is. I'm going to grab my little flower image because we just need a little more flowers, right? If the inside of the card says sending flowers and sunshine, then we need them to open flowers. Open and see flowers. Okay. So we've got that, and then we're going to leave that because we'll come back to it. We are going to grab our Bubble Bath ink pad and stamp the inside of our tulips again. Okay, and this is the same color as the last card, so no cleaning required. All right, so we've got that guy, and I think we're done with Bubble Bath, so I'm going to put it away. And Old Olive with the leaves. Okay, just like so. All right, and then I'm going to scooch this out of the way, and we're going to keep Old Olive in here for a second because we're going to do some blending. We want to create our little grassy scene, which for many of us in the United States right now, we can't see grass because we had some snowstorms and like cold weather and a lot of things. So anyway, this is why we need to craft spring cards right now so that we can feel some warmth and sunshine and love in our hearts. All right, so I grabbed my green blending brush and got some Old Olive ink on here, and we're just going to blend a little bit of this towards the bottom of our circle. And it doesn't need to be like, you know, I'm not measuring anything or whatever, so I'm just kind of blending. I don't know, maybe like a third of the circle up or so. And we'll just add a little more. You can kind of add as much or as little ink as you would like. Okay, just like so. That looks pretty good to me. The middle is a little bit lighter, but we're going to have our sheep go there, so it's not too big of a deal. And then we're going to grab our little grass stamp here and just add that as a little accent, right? I think people, when they open this card, they'll know that it's the grass, but we have a grass stamp, so let's use it. All right, we need one more. I don't want them to be super like in a line. I don't want them to be super linear or anything like that, but okay, that looks good to me. And then we're going to keep this close by. We're going to go ahead and stamp our sheep. Okay, so punch right here. Going to use that same trick as before. And we are going to stamp our body that works in the punch. So you can see the body is here on the left and it's like upside down the way I have the stamp. So we're going to stamp our sheep upside down but on the right. Okay, and then we want our head, and it's just the one head in the set, so we're going to use the same head. And that's going to go right here, but I put it towards the bottom because we also are going to do our little bell, and that is this guy up here. So we're going to ink this up and stamp that down. Okay, and we might end up, you know what, it would have been smarter to reverse those, but it's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, okay? Okay. We can just trim some things and make it work. All right, and then on our little strip here, I am going to stamp our sentiment that says, "Welcome, cutie." I don't know about you, but I know I have like 5 or 6 friends who are due with a baby in the spring, and so including my cousin, and I need cards for that. I need lots of cards. So this is going to be a cute one for that. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out my Daffodil Delight ink pad. And we're going to stamp the inside of the bell. So this is a perfect set if you love to stamp. Because it's not complicated stamping, but it's so dang cute. All right, so wow, 20 plus inches. Yeah, I bet your back will hurt from a lot of shoveling. That is a lot of snow. 20 plus inches. We have not gotten any snow here, but we had a lot of cold weather and wind, a lot of wind. All right, so we've got our smoky slate ink pad open here, and we've got these 2 images that actually color the inside of the sheep. So this one will do the whole body, and then this one will do his little Melissa bangs on his head. So we're going to go ahead and ink this up in smoky slate, and I want it to be a little bit lighter, so we're going to stamp it off. And then we're going to stamp. And I gotta find which way he needs to go. Ooh, There's a little like grouping of curls here on the sheep that are a little bit like straighter. And so that's where I find my sweet spot is. So I'll show you that when I pick this up. Right here. They're like flatter almost. So that's what I actually look for when I go to stamp that image. Okay, we'll do the same thing with this little curl, stamp it off, and then stamp it there. I mean, come on, how cute, right? So cute. Okay, so let's see, did we stamp everything? No, we have one more thing to stamp that I forgot about. On our circle here, we're gonna grab our tuxedo black ink again, and then we've got a cute little butterfly stamp, and we're gonna add that. So cute. So just over here. No, nothing fancy about it, but just a little detail there. Okay, so I think we've got everything stamped now. This one by far had the most stamps. So I'm going to use my dark bubble bath blend just to color in the butterfly. It is really tiny, so I'm going to leave it bubble bath, but if you wanted to switch to like fresh freesia or maybe like peach pie or something to match, you could do that as well. All right, let's go ahead and we can punch out our pieces. So we are going to punch the body. And then see where I was saying that it would have been smarter? Because if I go to stamp this, I'm going to cut off part of the bell. And if I go to punch the bell, I'm going to cut off part of the head. That was my mistake. Whoops. But it's okay because all we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead so that I have some leverage. I'm going to leave a lot of that side and we're just going to cut this. Not to worry, not to worry. Okay. And then we can just cut them out one at a time. Or you can fussy cut if you want, but you all know there's no way I'm fussy cutting if I don't have to. All right, and then we've got the bell. And the bell has a fun little, like it leaves a little bit extra at the top to make it easier to adhere. So that's nice too. Okay, let's see, we got to get all the schmutz out of the way. And we can go ahead and start adhering this card together. So let's grab, nope, just kidding, I lied. We're going to cut down our sentiment. Where is my brain today? I am feeling so silly. All right, cut down our sentiment. I use my trimmer because as I just mentioned, I'm not a fussy cut fan. And then I'm going to cut a slight angle edge. And you know what? This is probably going to get trimmed down just a smidge as well. I don't want to cut it down too much because I like the look of that coming out from under the sheep. And I don't want it to be like broken, but I did need to trim it a smidge. Okay, I think we're officially ready to assemble. So we're going to start by adding some adhesive to our embossed fresh freesia strips. Okay, and then we're going to adhere these to our fresh freesia piece here. Now, the way that this embossing folder works, it's got like little squares in it. It's called all in a row. So you can see this section is wider than what I have over here. Part of this is going to get covered when we add our fresh freesia piece here. So this little smidge that there's only a little bit of, I actually want to show more of that just so it doesn't all get hidden. So that's going to go on the outside. Okay. And then this one's actually, I cut it pretty even. So you could really do it either way. Maybe I'll leave the floral side towards the outside. And I just make sure we have an equal margin on the sides as we do on the top and the bottom, okay? And then we can take our larger fresh freesia piece, go ahead and fold that in the middle. And we are going to adhere this to our main base. So add lots of adhesive. It's the main mechanism of our card here. So I don't want anybody to accidentally pull it off the card and they go to open it. That would not be fun. Not the intention, right? Okay, and then we're going to adhere that down. So that way you can see it's going to kind of cover a bit of what we had embossed and stuck down there. So that's why I wanted that smaller section to be shown. So it didn't all get covered. You get it. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere the piece that goes inside the card. And then we'll go and work on the outside. So we're going to glue this right on the inside. So stinking cute. And then we've got our DSP, which is so beautiful. This pack of DSP is absolutely gorgeous. And I am not normally like a floral girl, but I really like this suite. I do use florals. It's just not my preference. I'm a cutesy kind of girl. I like the sheep and I like the bugs. All right, let's go ahead and add. I'm going to add some dimensionals. I just wanted to check which way we're going here because I don't want any adhesive off that front panel. Okay, peel off the backings. And then we're going to stick this down right in the center. Is so stinking cute. I know I keep saying that, but it just is. Okay, add some adhesive to our sentiment and we're going to plop this down right about there. And then we can add some dimensionals. Go ahead and get our sheep all popped up here. Peel off the backings. And then just make sure we cover that edge of our sentiment here. But don't cover the words. Okay, so we've got that adhered. You know what? I want this to be over a little more. Let's see. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Come on. Yay. That's the secret. Don't push down too hard on your adhesive, and then you can probably move it a smidge if you need to. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to add a little bit of seal to the back of these guys. This guy's going to sit here, right? The bell's going to go right on under, so we're just going to stick these down. And then, if you'd like to, we can sneak in a dimensional underneath the sheep's head. Just to help it. Look, it even popped up. Don't do that. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It just pops up. Anywho, okay, so we've got that added. And then, oh wait, there's something funny here. Hold on. Hold. Hold, please. I pushed that down on the bell. Okay, we're going to sneak this under like so. Beautiful. Just pretend. Okay, it looks better now, but yeah, okay. I'm very punchy today. Anywho, let's go ahead. These are the deer dots, which actually came out at Christmas time with the North Pole delivery suite. But we've got these beautiful little petal pink dots that are perfect. They match our DSP really, really well. So that is what I added to our card for the embellishment. Thank you so much. Oh, I would love to see that charm. If you make it like in boy colors, can you share it with me, please? I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this card too. It is so cute. Look, I got a little doily. I don't know what this one's called. It's more like the doily die for me. Anyway, so cute. I love it. I love it. But this is where I was saying too, you want to make sure you don't have that adhesive on the outside so that it doesn't accidentally stick down on the main part of your card, okay? All right, so that was card number 2. Let me take a quick drink. And we will jump into card number 3, You Make Me Happy. Aww. And card number 3 was my shirt color inspiration today because I did some retail therapy over the weekend, and I bought this shirt and I thought it was springy, so I had to wear it. All right, so we've got a thick basic white card base. We've got a piece, I always get this name wrong. I think it's called, it's got the word splash in it. I always forget what this DSP is called. Let me look. Oh, it is called Splash of Sparkles. I always want to say like Splash and Splatters or something. Splash of Sparkles DSP. Okay, super cute. But this is the Timid Tiger piece. Whoops. I dropped the DSP on the ground. I gotta watch what I'm doing instead of just assuming I'm putting things away. Okay, so anyway, there's the other side. Super pretty. We're gonna use that as a little, I thought it was a cute little fall? Wow, spring background. Yeah, I agree. Craft therapy and shopping retail therapy are the best. We've got a piece of vellum here. We've got a scrap piece of basic white for our stamping. We've got a piece of basic white that is sized to go on our card here that we're going to stamp our sentiment on. And then this is part of the Easter Joy DSP. So we're going to add a little strip here, and that's some Timid Tiger, so it pulls out our background DSP really nicely. So let's start. We're going to start with actually doing one little thing of adhering. We're going to glue this 1/2 inch strip of DSP first so that we know where to stamp our sentiment. So I'm just going to adhere this to the basic white piece, and I'm leaving maybe just 1/8 of an inch at the top. I just like that border, so I thought that was kind of cute. And then we can go ahead and do our stamping. So we're going to grab our Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. We've got our sentiment, You Make Me Happy. It's so cute. Stamp that down. You know when we had that tractor set and it said like hay in it? I don't remember what the whole sentiment was, but it said something like hay and it was spelled Hay. I got a lot of comments from people who told me I didn't know how to spell the word hay. And I was like, no, it's like part of this. It's like punny. So anyway, if you're watching this and you're like, that's not how you spell you, just go with it. Okay. All right. We're going to stamp our sheep body that can be stamped from punched from the punch. So we're going to stamp that down. And then we'll grab the cute little head. And I'm stamping these on opposite sides to make it easier in the punch. And this one, I'm not going to stamp the insides of the body. Okay. We're going to use our Smoky Slate and Bubble Bath blends again, just to add a little bit of that shading here. So there's the Smoky Slate, and then with Bubble Bath, this time I did not add little blush cheeks, but you absolutely can. And you know what? He needs a little bit of Smoky Slate on his little bangs here too, because that's just too cute. Too cute. Okay, let's go ahead and punch these pieces out. And this one I also didn't do the bow or the bell. And you totally could. All right, so there's the body and here's the head. Come on, there we go. You know, it's funny, I was out shopping and doing my retail therapy and I ran into my aunt, which is so random. Like, we don't live far from each other, but we don't live like super close. And I was checking out and she just walked right up to me and was like, hi. And I was like, hi. Anyway, that was, yeah. Maybe you don't care, but now you get to know. The more you know. I know. Hey, you. I love it, Alicia. That lean into it, right? Yeah, totally. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere this one. So we've got our DSP. My seal came off the track a little, so I got my seal goobers that I just like to take care of so that it doesn't impact my seal being able to adhere things. So we've got that adhered to the GSP. Go ahead and fold and burnish the card base. And then it's up to you. You could either add pieces to the vellum and then adhere the vellum, or you could just adhere the vellum and hope that where you put your adhesive is not going to show through. Oh, thank you for joining. It's 9 degrees Fahrenheit, which I do not know how to convert that to Celsius, but it is cold. It is really cold. All right, so I added a little bit of seal down here where I know that that basic white piece will cover. So we'll go ahead and just adhere this down, and you can see that seal pop through. So this is why we want to be conscious of that with vellum. And then we can just go ahead and add some seal here to our basic white piece and make sure we cover up any of that exposed adhesive, okay? And before I push down too much, I just like to make sure that it looks straight to me, and it does. So let's go ahead and we will add some dimensionals here. And this time we're going to do kind of like a double, a 2 level, okay? So we've got our big dimensionals here on the body, and then I want to add the sheep head up on dimensionals as well. So I'm going to use mini dimensionals for that. We're going to grab 3. Part of the sheep head lays on the body, so on that part we only want 1 dimensional, okay, 1 level. And then on the part that's not going to be on the body, but it's going to be on the vellum, we want 2 levels of dimensionals, okay? And if you're unsure where you want to stick the dimensionals down, you can do what I did on the last card, where you just kind of place the pieces and then put the dimensionals in after. It's a little bit tricky, but you can do it for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to move this over a smidge, like there. So we've got him added here and here, and he's up on his double dimensionals. Oh, and I want his head that way. That's cute. Let's put his head that way. Let's match our sample. Yeah, he's cute. You can put his head any way you want, obviously, but yeah. All right, then I'm going to take some linen thread, and I'm going to pull a little bit more than I would think I would want, because we're going to tie a double bow, which is where we take the 2 strands and tie them at once. Oh, that's so funny. Marilyn said her mom had a horrible time when she got a card that said, "Hope you have a great birthday with the sheep," and didn't get it. Oh no! Hopefully it's you know, a funny story to tell now, right? I know this color is so fun. I love just the orange. It's such a fun color. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll tie our double bow here with our linen thread. Speaking of color too, because I just glanced up, Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, and Petunia Pop. Don't forget that those are our in colors that are leaving in a couple of months. So this is the time to stock up on cardstocks, ink refills, any embellishments or papers that have those colors included in them. Ribbons, all that kind of stuff, stock up on those now, because once they're gone, they're gone. Look, I do not know how I tied that with like pretty equally. That's a pat on the back moment. Okay, let's stick that on a glue dot here. Pick up the dot, and then we're going to adhere this right about here. There is a little bit of curling with the vellum, so what I did is with my embellishments, and I'm using the brushed brass butterflies, I am just going to take a couple of these, and I'm going to put one down here. But I wanted to actually use these to help weigh down the vellum a little, so I'm going to have one kind of go off the side, so it's splitting, and it's actually helping to hold down that vellum a smidge. Okay? It's not like foolproof, but it helps a little bit just because it does curl its vellum. And yeah, that's card number 3. What do you think of that one? Super easy peasy lemon squeezy. I know, I'm really sad about it too. The colors that are leaving are really nice colors. I don't necessarily use the greens all that much, but Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink is like a go-to color for me, and I'm really gonna miss Petunia Pop too. So that's gonna be a hard loss, but Yeah, we can do it. We do it every year, right? And then we'll forget about them because we'll see five beautiful new colors that come in, and we'll be so excited about them that it'll be okay. It makes the loss a little easier. All right. So thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the cards. Thanks for your sweet comments as well. Yeah, you're all just so sweet. Oh, I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget, if you would like to make these cards at home and you'd like the pre-cut card kits sent to you, I am happy to send them to you as a thank you for placing an order in my online store this week. So $50 order before tax and shipping, and after applying any Stampin' Rewards, we'll get you these 3 card kits at home. I will mail them next Tuesday, February 3rd, so you'll have them with lots of time to make cute spring cards in the snow when you're huddled in your craft room because it's too cold to go outside. Except to go outside to get the mail so that you can have the card kits. Yep, okay, got it. Anywho, so yeah, thanks so much for joining me. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure to do that. If you could give this video a big thumbs up as well, that really helps me out on YouTube, and it's free. So I super duper appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed the cards tonight and the chatting tonight and my punchiness tonight. And otherwise, I will see you. Oh my gosh, sounds wild. I will see you next month. Next week. I don't know yet what we're going to use next week, but maybe the tulips. I'm kind of leaning towards the tulip bundle. I think that could be fun. So anyway, all right. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.